Hello students, welcome to my channel. In this class I am going to explain the properties of groups. So let us start the class. General properties of groups. If G is a group, then the identity element of G is unique that we have to establish here. If possible, let E1 and E2 be two different identity elements in G. Actually, we have to show that the group G will have only one identity element. So, if possible, let E1 and E2 be two different identity elements in G. Now, E1 is the identity element of G. This implies A into E1 is equal to U1 into A is equal to A for all A belongs to G. This is the property of identity element. In particular, E2 belongs to G. Let us take it as a general element. Then E2 into E1 is equal to E1 into E2 is equal to E2. That is equation 1. Let us take. Again, E2 is an identity element of G. This implies A into E2 is equal to E2 into A is equal to A for all A belongs to G. This is the property of identity element. In particular, E1 belongs to G. Let us take it as a general element. General means other than identity element. So then E1 E2 is equal to E2 E1 is equal to E1. This is equation 2. So, as we are choosing E2 is an identity element, when it will be multiplied with A, some other element of G, then it will give you A. Similarly, E1, which is multiplied with E2, as E2 is the identity element, it will give you E1. Now, E1 is equal to E1 E2. E1 is equal to E2 E1 by equation 2. This E1 into E2. E1 into E2 is equal to E2. So this implies what it implies? E1 is equal to E2. This is by equation 2. 1. This contradicts the fact that our assumption is wrong, because we have chosen E1, E2 are different elements, but they are coming to be same. Hence, the group G has unique identity proved. So the first property is now proved. Let us proceed for the second property. If G is a group, then A belongs to G has unique inverse in G. Proof. So we'll prove this one. Here G is a group and A belongs to G, and we have to show that this element A, it will have a unique inverse. If G is a group, then A belongs to G has unique inverse in G. Unique inverse in a G. If possible, let A1 and A2 be two inverse elements of A in G. Now A1 is an inverse of A in G. This implies, as we are taking A1 is the inverse of A. So A into A1 is equal to A1 into A is equal to the identity element E. So A1 into A into A1 is equal to A1 into A is equal to E is the identity element. Again, A2 is an inverse of A in G. So this implies A into E2 is equal to E2 into A is equal to also E. This is equation 2. So now we have to show that A1 is nothing but E2. So let us prove this. Now A1 is equal to A1 into E by existence of identity element in G. Now this is equal to A1. E can be replaced with A2. This is by equation 2. This is equals to A1 A into A2 by associative axiom. So now we are getting A1A into A2. A1A is equal to E into A2 by equation 1 you see. A1A is equal to E. So this gives you E2 by of identity element in G. What this implies? This implies A1 is equal to A2. But we have taken A1, A2 are two different inverse for A. This is a contradiction to our supposition. So, our supposition is wrong. So, we have taken, if possible, suppose A has a two inverse element, one of them is A1, other is A2. Now we have proved that these two elements are identical, so our supposition is wrong. A has unique inverse in G. But A is arbitrary, we have chosen arbitrarily. But A is arbitrary. Hence, all A belongs to G has unique inverse in G. With this, my today topic is completed for this class. In my next online class, I will teach you some more properties of groups. Thanks.